United States, more than 2/3 of people released from prisons are rearrested within 2 to 3 years. With such a large percentage, it shows that something is clearly wrong. A system designed to help people rebuild their lives and keep communities safe is instead sending people back into the same cycle. That is not a sign of success or safety, it is a sign of failure. Research from criminal experts and organizations such as the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime shows that when rehabilitation is consistently used, people actually change their lives. They choose stable lives, commit fewer crimes, stay out of prison, and as a result, our communities are much safer. This issue affects us all, whether you care about public safety, the cost of incarceration, or simply want to live in a stable community. High rearrest rates affect everyone. States like Oregon struggle with overcrowded prisons, often filled with people who could have benefited from education, therapy, or counseling long before they had ever committed a crime. Instead, they are placed into a system that doesn't address their root issues and why they got there in the first place. Today, I want to explain what's wrong with a system that is focused entirely on punishment, why that approach fails, and why shifting towards rehabilitation can create safer neighborhoods and a better outcome for everyone. Right now, most prisons operate on a punishment-first model. The idea is that by isolating people from society, restricting their freedom, and putting them in a controlled environment, they will have time to reflect and think on their actions and somehow come out changed for the better. The issue is that most people have pretty complex reasons for being arrested in the first place. They face issues like trauma, untreated mental health issues, drug addiction, a lack of basic education, and so on. These issues are more complicated than simply needing time to sit and think in a cell. Sitting and thinking does not teach someone how to read, how to manage their anger, or how to manage their finances. So, most people enter prison with those significant unmet needs, and when those needs go unaddressed, it's not surprising that nothing changes. The United States has one of the highest incarceration rates in the world. Yet about 68% of released individuals reoffend within 3 years. That alone tells us that punishment alone is not working. When people leave prison with no job skills, no education, and untreated mental health issues, they're not being set up for success. They are being released into the same circumstances that likely brought them there in the first place. It is not surprising that they fall back into old patterns, and this hurts all of us. It makes communities less safe, it drains billions of tax-paying dollars, and continues a cycle where nothing improves. So what does work? Rehabilitation. Rehabilitation programs focus on giving people tools that they need to succeed and return into society. These programs include education, job training, help for mental health, support for substance abuse, and so on. These are not luxuries. These are basic essential resources that many people in prison have never had access to before. When people learn a job skill, when they finish their education, leave with a GED, or get help for substance abuse, they get something much more meaningful. They get a foundation for a stable life and a lawful life. Countries that prioritize rehabilitation, such as Norway, see rearrest rates down to 20 to 30%, which is half of the percentage of the US. These prison systems are designed to help people grow, learn, and speak for themselves. Think about what it means for someone to leave prison with a GED, a trade skill, or consistent mental health. They are now accessing a path back into integrating into society and walking out with something useful. So what can you do? We can support policies that fund education, job training, and mental health inside prisons, educate them on the effectiveness of rehabilitation, and push back against the misconception that providing help is being soft on crime. In reality, rehabilitation is what actually works. It's what truly prevents crime. And if we act now, we can break the cycle. We can create safer communities and have them be stronger than ever before. In doing so, will save millions of dollars for taxpayers and create safer environments. It is time to shift from punishment to rehabilitation, because rehabilitation is what actually works.